happening? Man, I'm at work and loading the truck up, talking to my mans in there, and we got in there. I don't know how we got into this conversation, but we started talking about, because he on ISP, so I started talking to him about drug court. So we started talking about drugs and, you know what I mean, like our days of, you know, doing our thing. So I got into talking to him about the first time I got sick. Bruh, so I was always doing perks and drinking lean since I was like 12. My family didn't even know it, bruh. I was taking lean to school and everything. So, you know, eventually as I get older, I start trapping. And, you know, it starts out with weed. And then I graduated. First hard drug I started selling was dope. I am in Mays Landing at the time when I started doing this. I'm green. Nobody tells me how to do this. I'll get into all that another time. This is about the first time I get sick, okay? So, as I start trapping, sometimes the stuff would be good, sometimes it wouldn't be. But I don't know that. And I'm not thinking to bring somebody with me to try this, to test it out for me. I'm not thinking like that. I'm listening to rest in peace to Darren, but I'm listening to Darren tell me how he tests his stuff out himself. And that's how he finds out if it's worth buying or not. What do? I go and test out my dope. Man, hold on. So as I'm sitting up there, anyway, I'll tell you know, I'm gonna tell that last about the time, you know, I tested it out. But I'm just giving y'all an idea here of, you know, how much I'm wilding at the time, man. But I'm doing I'm chewing perks, I'm sniffing them, I'm doing all kinds of stuff, bro. I was a wild boy. So I'm just running and gunning and thugging and drugging for a long time, for years, man. And I had the money to do it, so I didn't have to worry about ever finding out what being sick is like. One day, I wake up and my body, I'm just so tired. I don't feel like doing anything. I do not want to get up and do nothing. So I'm laying on my bed, I turn the TV on, and I start watching Spawn. That's one of my that's my favorite hero, you know, superhero, whatever you want to call him. Spawn, that's my favorite. That's my dude right there. And I'm watching the movie. The animated series is fire too, by the way. That's one of the best animated series that I've ever seen, was the Spawn series. They should have continued that. I don't know why they did that. I don't know why they be trying to fade my man Spawn. They don't give him no burn at all. But anyway, as I'm laying there watching Spawn, I start to, you know, I'm starting to get a headache, really bad headache. And I start getting hot. It's summertime. Something's stinking. It's just hot. So I turn my fan on, because I don't feel like getting up, turning the air conditioner on and none of that, you know. So I just turn my fan on. And then I get cold, freezing. Like, what the turn the fan off. I get hot again. So I'm like, what the? So now I turn the fan back on. Then I get cold. But now I'm sweating as I'm cold though. So I'm like, yo, what's wrong with me? And my stomach started to hurt so bad. When I tell you that my stomach started to feel like it was turning inside out. Like, it felt like somebody grabbed my guts and just flipped them. Like, they're just going like this with my guts. And I'm like, what the So I'm still trapping at the time. So this is how sick I was. I was so out of my body that I had the flow coming up to my window of my bedroom, and I'm serving them out of the window. I could just reach out my window right there, serve them. And then I had got the runs. So now I'm back and forth to the bathroom, pooping, all crazy. Like, got to the point where I'm not even pooping anymore. It's just like some yellow liquid is coming out of me. It was almost like I was pissing out of my ass. And it started to burn and it hurted, and I'm sitting there and it's like it got raw. And so now I don't want to poop anymore. Like I've been didn't, but now I'm scared to because it's hurting me now. And then now I'm just sweating profusely. And then I get cold, and I get hot. So I call my mom. I'm like, Mom, something's wrong with me. I don't know what is wrong with me. Please come over. She comes over to the crib. I'm laying on the floor next to her, and she's sitting on the couch. I'm laying on the floor, and she's rubbing my head, and I'm like, yo, I don't know what's going on with me right now, yo. I get a call. I go and serve them out of the window, and then somebody else comes right after that. And right after that is where it got even worse. And now I'm like, yo, I don't know what to do right now. Like, my man Rico trying to get up with me because he trying to pick some work up, and I'm like, man, I can't leave, bro. I can't do nothing. I am sick right now. So somebody is coming to meet me right now, and when he gets there, I stick my hand out. He sees how soaking wet my arm is. So he's like, yo, you all right in there, Black? I ain't even say nothing. He like, Black. Hey, yo, Black. So he stands on the roof of his car and looks into my window and sees me laying there. And he like, yo, what's wrong with you, Black? I'm like, man, I don't know, bro. Like, he was like, man, you messing with this stuff? I'm like, what you mean? I'm not messing. Why would you ask me that? He like, yo, you look dope sick, bro. And I'm like, man, I do perks and lean and all that, bro. And from time to time, I test this out and whatever. But nah, this ain't my drug of choice. Like, I'm not just cracking tickets in here, you know? So he like, man, he's like, yo, I think you sick right now, bro. I think you, he was like, so he broke it down to me that when you doing opiates, you get to a point where if you don't use any and you can't find any, this is what starts to happen to you. You start to get like this. And he said, man, it just gets worse and worse and worse. And you're like that for a few days. And then you start getting better after like the third and fourth day. You start, getting a little better or whatever. And, you know what I mean? So I started shaking, my hand, I started shaking, and I started shaking so bad that when I went in to go sit in the toilet to go shit again, the toilet was vibrating. Like, that's how bad I was shaking. Like, and I'm like, yo. So he was like, man, the only thing that's going to help you out right now is you cracking one of these tickets and doing something. So I'm like, yo, you know anybody got perks, bro? So he's like, man, nah. So I called my man up. He usually got lean. His name was Brandon. Call I got a little bit, bro. But he was like, that's about it. He was like, you all right, my nigga? I'm like, bro, I'm sick, bro. He was like, damn, yo. He was like, man, yeah, come through, bro. So he already, I didn't even tell him, you know, I got a cold or nothing like that. When I said I'm sick, it's like he understood already, that he already know what I'm going through. I drove myself there, bro. I'm in the car, like, I'm in there. I'm about to shit on myself and everything, bro. Like, the fiend nigga, the one that came through, he's following me or whatever, because he just trying to make sure I'm straight. So when he was coming to buy from me, I just let him have it. He got it. But, you know, I'm carrying something on me because I am about to bust one of these, bro. Like, that's how bad it was that I'm like, yo, I'm about to do this, bro. Because I can't do this no more, bro. And it was just only a few hours. I couldn't imagine going through that for days, yo. When I tell you that it hurts so bad, like, and you just constantly pooping and throwing up. And then you'll do it at the same time. Then you sweating. Then you're freezing. Then you sweating while you're freezing. And your head is hurting. Your guts feel like they're coming out. Like your skin is crawling. You're twitching and shaking. Just, oh my God, yo. And then, like, I get to the man's house. And he is just coming outside to get in his car, and I'm thinking he about to leave, so I hop out the car. Brandon, hey yo. He like, yo man, what you doing, my nigga? Like, looked at me like I'm wilding, which I am wilding right now, but nigga, I'm going through it right now. I'm in pain, severe pain. He gave it to me. So normally I mix this up with soda and all that cute stuff, but no, this time I stood right next to his car, cracked the seal, drank straight raw, drank it. Yo, when I tell you, I felt it go down my esophagus. I felt it coating my stomach, from the top of my stomach to the bottom. I felt it sliding down the sides and everything. Bro, when I tell you, the moment when I felt it hit the bottom of my stomach, because I didn't eat, I couldn't eat. There was nothing I could do. I couldn't drink nothing. I couldn't eat nothing at all. Everything smelled disgusting, looked disgusting, sounded disgusting. The moment that touched the bottom of my stomach, like that, everything stopped. I felt so much better. I was grooving. I felt I was on top of the world, bro. I could have started dancing and everything. I'm in there like, wow. Yeah, so that stopped immediately. I'm like, yo, this is insane, bro. I couldn't believe it. What the fuck? Yo, people be so crazy out here when it comes to driving. Like, they'll do anything to make sure that you don't get in front of them. Even if it calls for y'all to have an accident, they will do anything. Especially in New Jersey, bro. New Jersey is one of the worst places to ever drive. I swear to God. I gotta stop over here and get some gas. But yo, when I try to tell y'all, man, do not start doing any drugs, because when you start to do drugs, your withdrawal of everything, like weed, anything, bro, you're gonna go through some type of withdrawal. But the opiate withdrawal is by far the worst withdrawal to ever go through, because it's totally physical. And then while you're doing it, it's like you get constipated. Like, you will sit on a toilet and strain, like about to pop a vessel in your temple, but you will only poop out a little pebble, bruh. And now this is gonna be it. Like, you ain't gonna be able to. You're gonna have to start using laxatives and using them fleet stings and all that, like that's what's gonna happen, bro. You're not gonna be able to, like, who want to go through that, man? It's not worth it over no drugs, bro. But it's definitely not worth it when you gotta go through that withdrawal, bro. That pain is so severe. It is severe. It is horrible, terrible. Y'all do not. I don't wish that on anybody, man. No, oh my God, it is the worst. That was the first time, but it wasn't the last, and it wasn't the only, man. Yeah, man. Don't never start doing any perks, drinking lean, doing heroin. Don't do none of that, man. Nothing. Don't do any of it, because you're gonna go through withdrawal one day. It's inevitable. It's gonna happen to you. And even at that time, I had the money, but you know, sometimes people don't have it. You'll call and they ain't got nothing. You know what I mean? And then now it's fake. It's all fake stuff out there. So now it's like killing people. You know, taking you right up out this shit, man. Man, please, 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 don't start doing any drugs. I went through programs and everything, man. And a lot of people are not honest about this, man. I know so many people that do these drugs and they're not honest about it. They're not going to tell you that they had to go to rehab to get help. They're not going to tell you that they was on Suboxones or methadone and Subutex or anything like that. They're not going to tell you that stuff. They keep that under wraps. The only way you find out about it is if you're in there and they come through there with you, or other people that you may know went through that and seen these people in there, man. But they in there, they going through it, man. You know what I mean? Like Dirk went through rehab and all that. So many people go through rehab, man. So many people got drug habits, man. I'm telling you. So just take it from me, man. For real. I'm being so serious right now. You do not want to go through that, man. And you know, my drug habit ended up, you know, I was out here trapping and all that, and the next thing I know, I'm on drug court. I'm going to jail all the time because I wasn't ready to stop. So I'm going to jail all the time. They sending me to different programs I'm not completing because I'm playing. I'm in there messing around and hitting the counselors, you know what I mean? Like, shorty be, you know, after a while of sitting around a certain female, when you ain't got females around, they start to, you know, even ones that you'll never look at on the street start looking like Beyonce in there. And now you in there flirting with her and all that, and you know, sometimes they might go, sometimes they might not. Sometimes they might tell you go back to jail for fraternizing and trying to hit the counselor. You know what I mean? But me, for some reason, I was getting it off. I'm hitting them, and you know, I'm going, but you know, once or twice I end up getting caught. One time I hit a girl that's a client in there like me. You know what I'm saying? But she's deep into her addiction. Women are always worse than what we are. I clapped her. Her body was crazy. You know what I mean? She was kind of cute and everything. Clapped her. Got caught up because everybody was jealous and hating on me because I got some cheeks. And now everybody else want to tell me because, oh, who they think they are, you know? Then I hit a counselor at another spot and she get fired. And then I hit another aide, like, you know, she came there to help us or whatever. And what? I ended up hitting her, but they didn't find out till after I had left because I came back up there to see her and they going through to a meeting and all that. Man, y'all, it was crazy, bro. I went through a lot, man. I went through a lot when it came to drugs, and my mind was, you know, foggy and clouded from the drugs. Man, I'm telling you, bro, do not go through any of this because it's not worth it. It's not worth it. You're going to start looking crazy. You're going to be feeling crazy, going crazy. You know what I mean? People teeth fall out. Man, I'm glad I look the way I do still because I should look like some of these other people out here that do drugs. But, you know, I guess I wasn't as bad off as they were. You know, I was bad enough though. But I can only imagine what they did for them to start looking that way, and I don't look that way. Like, man, love, peace, and a bottle of hair grease, man. I'm about it this, yeah, man. You understand me? Y'all be cool how y'all be cool. Be safe, drive safe, you know what I mean? And count y'all blessings, because y'all still walking around here living and breathing, you know. And a lot of people ain't able to do that no more, you know. Be thankful, be grateful. I mean, pray to God, talk to God out here, man, you know. And keep your ass out of jail and prison. I'm telling you. I'm up out of here, man. As always.